Happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. Been on mommy duties today. Oh my gosh, I am so wore out. So I'm letting y'all know now, I won't be live long. Each one teach one, welcome in. Happy Friday. I will not be live long. I said I'm going to be here on Friday, so I'm here. But y'all, mama tired. Listen, when you got a 6-year-old with endless amounts of energy, Sash, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know. Whew. Yeah, so we're gonna do our walkthrough. We're gonna talk about some of the things that have come through in the headlines. We're just gonna continue on the conversation that we started on Tuesday, pretty much helping us, some of us as beginners, people who are beginners, and then some people just need a little reminder. Okay, these headlines can be deceiving, and it may take for us to just take a moment, push pause, okay, reevaluate, ask some questions, and then we can move forward with doing our whole routine. Zero, welcome in. Happy Friday. So as you're coming in, I would appreciate you if you just go ahead, TikTok, tap it up. I appreciate you. And then share, repost if you're not comfortable with sharing yet because it's your first time here. It's all good. I want to welcome you if this is your first time here on TikTok. Shout out to you. And then also, as you're coming in, comment, let me know where you are tuning in from. Set up your LLC. I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. For those of you that are on YouTube, what I'm going to ask is that you give the thumbs up. Okay. And then also hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. I'll be seeing a whole bunch of y'all coming through. And y'all ain't subscribed. Like, what we doing? Okay. Especially if you are returning. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell. And if you are watching on your phone on YouTube, you can always do the little hype or whatever. You can do that within the first week of the video being posted. That definitely sends out a message to the YouTube algorithm to push this video, this live stream or replay when that time comes. Push it out to more people, okay? So hype me up, hype me up. I appreciate y'all on YouTube. Neely, welcome in. Oh, my bad. Neil, Catra Shop. I said that too fast. Welcome in. Welcome back. Bochera, welcome in. Okay, so as y'all are coming in, I appreciate y'all by tapping the screen. Tap it up. And then also share if you're comfortable with sharing. Repost if you're not comfortable with sharing. Okay? We don't hold on to information here. We don't gatekeep. That's not our thing. All right, for my people who come back all the time. Y'all know y'all my battle buddies. Vove girl, welcome in. Happy Friday. User 662. I see you. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow too. I appreciate you. Okay. But yeah, we don't gatekeep over here. We make sure that we share information because all of us can use some information. Sometimes we just need somebody to say, hey man, I was thinking about that. I got you. Let me share that real quick. Okay. So that's what we doing here. So welcome in, y'all. Keep go ahead and tap the screen. Phoenix Rise, my bad, wrong one. Welcome in. Jad, I believe that's it. Jody, welcome in. Jimmy, welcome in. Happy Friday, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because, like I said, today has been one of those days on mommy duty. Rick, welcome in. Happy Friday. I am dog tired, y'all. So I'm gonna be probably an hour on here, if that, to be honest. And then I'm out. I'll be back on Tuesday, okay? And I promise I will be in much better spaces because, yeah, I messed up by planning stuff on the day when I go live. I normally don't. But anyway, Tatiana, welcome in. Happy Friday. So today we're talking about how sometimes these headlines can be misleading and we don't want the stuff that we see, the things that we hear to mess with our crypto bag, okay? So we're going to walk through somewhat of what we talked about on Tuesday, go a little further with it today, and then on next Tuesday, we're going to take it a step further by putting everything together, okay? Steve, welcome in. I see you. Andy, welcome in. Happy Friday, y'all. All right, so I do want to ask y'all something. If you can, if you're not driving and you're not at work and you can respond, it would be awesome for you to respond. I'm going to give y'all one more time on TikTok, okay? I've been on here for a good 5 minutes. we got to tap the screen. Y'all don't tap the screen, I'll shut it down and only focus on YouTube. Because I told y'all I'm tired. Okay, I don't have the energy for the back and forth and asking people to tap the screen when I'm giving free information. I'm giving free game. I go give free game every Tuesday and Friday. I give out a whole bunch of free stuff. Okay, a whole bunch of free stuff. Then the things that I do charge for is pretty much like one trip to Chick-fil-A or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do better, y'all. Okay, I got it. My energy ain't 1,000 yet. I'm doing my best. Happy girl, thank you so very much. See, happy girl saved y'all. I appreciate you, happy girl. All right. So yeah, how many times have you seen or read a headline that's like, "Ooh, Bitcoin is doomed, it's crashing, there's no rebounding for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down 60%. There's no saving Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is selling." The Feds is about to raise rates. Like when they have all of this stuff coming to you back to back to back. Michael, welcome in. Happy Friday, right? Even today, I actually saw one of the people I follow here on TikTok, Crypto Chick. She's talking about the Clarity Act, and we actually were touching on one of the headlines Tuesday, where they had three. I believe the article said three Democrats were pretty much calling the Clarity Act corrupt, and like just dogging it out, mainly because POTUS and all of this stuff, the things that they are attaching to him with cryptocurrency and all of these things. So anyway, the reason why I brought that up is because there's a lot of conversations going around what's happening in the cryptocurrency market. Okay, so I see you, Ed. Welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. So even when it comes to the Clarity Act, you may see a headline like Congress is killing crypto. Okay, but then when you do a bit more digging, you find out that headline wasn't telling the full story. How many times have we seen that? Realize that Ephraim Mill, welcome in. Happy Friday. Right? How many times have we realized that the headline is the gotcha? Right? It's the gotcha. I'm gonna get you with this headline. It's kind of like not all of them, but there are some where it's like the baiting, right? They baiting you in. Tammy, welcome in. Happy Friday, right? Tonight, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about what one of the many mistakes that as a beginner investing in this market you can make, especially when we talk about these headlines. Brian, welcome in. Happy Friday. And how sometimes as a beginner you confuse those opinions within those articles and within that headline with facts. Okay, Montreal, welcome in. Happy Friday, y'all. Let's get these likes up on TikTok, y'all. Come on. I am mustering up the energy right now. I am mustering up the energy, y'all, because I've been on mommy duty today. And yeah, girl, listen, if you my battle buddy, I ain't seen any of my battle buddies coming here yet. But for my battle buddies, y'all already know if you're on YouTube and I just haven't seen you type in the chat yet, y'all know normally I'm like, ah. But today, Damien, welcome in. Happy Friday. Listen, I'm sitting here like, whoo, get the energy, child. Sophia, Yogi, welcome in. Happy Friday. So I would really appreciate it. Okay, I would really appreciate it if y'all help me out. The more you tap, maybe I'll be able to muster up some energy, child. I don't know. maybe. We shall see. Okay. But yeah. So that's what we're talking about tonight. So if you were here, okay, if you were here on Tuesday, then that would mean that Mr. Howard, welcome in. Happy Friday. They go, what are my battles? What's up? Math, welcome in. Happy Friday. So if you were here on Monday, I see you. Sophia, welcome in. Thank you for that follow too. I appreciate you. Yeah, Mr. Howard, I know you're going to be here for a little bit and then you out, but I appreciate you for coming in. Thank you so very much. Y'all help out with tapping the screen, y'all. There is no reason why we should be sitting this low on the taps. Maybe I should just go ahead and shut down TikTok. I think I'm going to do that. think I'm gonna do that. Cause y'all told y'all my energy low anyway, and y'all you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just like just throw it away today. and spend some more time with my family. Maybe that's what I should do. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Mr. Howard. I appreciate you. All right. Whew. Let me go. All right. So on Tuesday, okay, what we talked about and what we learned was every headline is not, a buy or sell signal for us. Okay. Tonight we're gonna take it one little step further. Before we react, we're gonna ask a simple question. Is this a fact or is this someone's opinion? Okay. We don't want someone's opinion driving us to make a money decision that we'll probably regret later. Dr. Linda, welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you, Mr. Howard, for continuing to tap the screen. Y'all help Mr. Howard out. Another Howard just came in. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Y'all help Mr. Howard out by tapping the screen. Also, reposting. If you have not reposted yet, that's too easy. Okay? Too easy. You're not sending it to your people directly. It's just a trigger for TikTok to send this live stream out to other people. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much for helping Mr. Howard with tapping the screen and liking the live stream. So if you're brand new to cryptocurrency and you want to build a solid foundation, okay, before investing any money into the market, all right, Mitch, welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you. Pedro, welcome in. Happy Friday. Ben, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, see what happens when y'all just tap a bit. That's all that happens. That's what happens. I see you. Welcome in. I see you with the smiley face. Hey. So if you're new to cryptocurrency and you want to build a solid foundation, y'all, before you put any type of money into the cryptocurrency market, you can always go to the link in my bio. It's also in the description box on YouTube. It's the free crypto beginner checklist, y'all. This checklist helps you. Neuropathic, welcome in. I see you. Thank you for the roses and the heart. Me, I appreciate you. What's going on? Happy Friday, right? So y'all can just download that. Hopefully, if you do all 5 steps, okay, you have the potential of avoiding a lot of the mistakes that people like myself, I'm pretty sure Neuropathic, Mr. Howard, those of us that have been in the crypto space for quite some time, you can avoid some of those mistakes when you go through and do those 5 steps and answer those questions, okay? Because there's questions in there to help you to decide if right now financially it makes sense for you to invest, okay? Hungry Hubs, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, I understand that prices are lower than it was last year, but that does not mean that your budget says that you can invest. Professor 10, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay? Yes, what's going on? So that's it. Like I said, link is in the bio, y'all. Go ahead and download that. It's totally free. Joe, welcome in. Happy Friday. And then it's in the description box on YouTube. If you cannot stay the whole time, y'all, I am recording this on YouTube. That's Prosperity Calls as well on YouTube. All right. So when we talk about, these headlines psyching people out, getting people to think that, oh, shoot, I should be buying right now, or oh, shoot, I should be selling right now. All right. We want to do something like pause. Okay. We want to take our time. We want to slow down so that way we can evaluate everything and then we can move forward. JL, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay. So this is called for the people who are new. I've talked about it before, but if you're new here to me, G-Bone, welcome in. Happy Friday. Then you probably have not heard of this. It's called the Prosperity Calls. Prosperity Calls. Prosperity Pause. Okay. Prosperity Calls. Prosperity Pause. So we're going to pause for the calls to make sure that we make smart money decisions. Jonah, welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you. Y'all keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen. Don't slack off. Keep tapping the screen. Share, repost. Mika, welcome in. Happy Friday. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So before smart investors, smart money, make money decisions, they always pause. Those of us that consider ourselves to be smart investors, I see you, G-Bone. Those of us that consider ourselves to be smart investors, we pause. That's why That's what we're beginning to call the prosperity calls here. Gerard, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Ryan, welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you. Okay. It's simply creating enough space between emotion and action. So when you read that triggering headline, because these headlines are wild today, okay? Not today specifically. I'm just saying as of late. All right. Um, when you see these wild headlines, these crazy headlines, these triggering headlines, okay, you will now first and foremost stop. Okay. The second thing you're going to do is start to think. We have certain questions that we're going to ask. Okay. User 718, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. And once we ask those questions, we're going to verify the information. Okay. Based on the answers to our questions, based on the headlines in the article, whatnot, all of the information we have, we're going to verify, and then we're going to make a decision, okay, on what we want to do. Do we want to move further to the next step? Do we want to, Julia, welcome in, happy Friday. Do we want to just say, you know what, I'm not going to do anything today because this is not a good time, okay? Or are we actually going to say, you know what, I'm going to either buy or sell? Whatever the decision is, we're going to take our time. Tisha, welcome in, happy Friday, okay? So if you have ever in your life reacted emotionally to information that you've received about an asset that you're investing in, not just cryptocurrency, okay? More than likely, you have wished that you would have waited. More than likely, am I right or wrong? Have you ever sat here and you reacted emotionally to some information you received about an asset class? It doesn't have to be just cryptocurrency. I'm saying in general. Chino, welcome in. Happy Friday. Have you ever reacted emotionally to something? Okay, you either heard, read, whatever it is, and you just rushed and made a decision, and then you looked at it later like, oh my God. I should have just waited. Child, why did I do that? Okay. I know I have. Whitman, welcome in. Happy Friday. I know I have. Okay. And listen, you're not going to be 100% emotionless as an investor. Okay. Now, you may minimize some of those emotions, but you're not going to be like just, you have no emotions whatsoever when it comes to investing. If you get to that point, man, hey, hit me up. I want to know what you did to where you just have no emotions whatsoever when you are investing. Ricky, I can tell you are new here. I appreciate you, but yeah, this is not what we're talking about right now. I need you to stay on track, okay? Savannah, welcome in. And then number 2, I already know. Oh, I didn't do it. That's my fault. So I apologize, Ricky. I did not do the disclaimer. Y'all, for the people who are new here, if you have never ever been to this live stream, this type of live stream with me before, y'all, I am not a licensed financial advisor at this moment. I do not have a securities license. So please do not ask me, should I invest in X, Y, and Z? Legally, I cannot tell you what to invest in. Legally, I cannot tell you when to invest in anything if it is a security or a commodity, okay? Because I am not licensed. Benjamin, welcome in. Happy Friday. I'm not licensed yet. But what I can do is say, when that time comes, what I can do is say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and this is why. Vegan Mommy, welcome in. Happy Friday. This is what I'm doing, and this is why. Or, no, I'm not doing this, and this is why. That's it. That's all. But I always follow up with, make sure, no matter who you're listening to, when it comes to investing, when it comes to your money, okay, what I can do is say, hey, listen, if I were you, I would research whatever is being shared. So that way, when you do make a decision to invest in whatever that asset is, you're making the decision based on your own research, not just because baseball said, hey, I'm buying XRP right now. And, but okay, when is baseball's going to stop buying XRP? At what price point is Marty going to stop buying XRP? At what price point is Nara Pether going to stop buying Bitcoin? That makes sense, y'all? So it's easy to come onto these different platforms and live streams and stuff and ask people, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? They can give you that answer. Okay, this is what I'm doing right now. But that doesn't mean that works for you. Okay, and more than likely they're not gonna tell you, hey, I'm stopping at this price point, and here's why. Okay, Raj, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, so let's make sure we stay on track. I gave y'all the disclaimer. I already talked about everything. Y'all please continue to tap the screen on TikTok. Tap, tap, tap it up. Tap, tap, tap it up. Repost if you have not reposted yet. Doing those things, tell the algorithm that it should send this live stream out to other people. Okay, so we talked about on Tuesday how we saw the headline where pretty much the Democrats were talking about the Clarity Act is corrupt. Okay, not all. I think it was three. It was about three Democrats at that time on Tuesday talking about the Clarity Act is corrupt and all that stuff, right? But here's the fact behind that. Okay, we have some senators publicly opposing the bill. That does not mean, okay, that it is into legislation yet, or it is completely rejected, okay? Because there's a voting process that is going to have to happen. Everybody understand that, okay? So the opinion is by those particular Democrats is that, oh, the bill is corrupt. All right? Now, that opinion that they put out there is newsworthy. Hence why it was spreading like wildfire on Tuesday. The Dingo, welcome in. Happy Friday. It's been a minute. Boy, where you been? Okay? All right. It's not law. It's not written into law. So, should we panic? Absolutely not. Angela, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. So what actually changed when that headline was published on Tuesday? Nothing. Nothing physically changed. Yeah. Okay, Ed, welcome in. All right. Then also on Tuesday, what we went over was I showed y'all the headline, eyes of a July rate hike rising and all this stuff, right? That the fact was the markets were expecting a change. But at the end of the day, the opinion was the Fed will raise rates. Okay. So at this point, I want to give y'all one that I haven't talked about yet. All right. So those are the things that I talked about on Tuesday. One of the ones I hadn't talked about yet, I've been super busy, so my bad. Okay. But that is Michael Saylor. So I'm pretty sure y'all saw it. I believe it was last week. I told y'all I've been busy, so don't shoot me. Okay. Don't come for me because I'm talking about something that happened last week or a week and a half ago, whatever it was. All right. Listen, your girl been busy. All right. L Slack, welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you, Mr. Greg. Miss Cleo, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay, so the headline was said that I read multiple headlines anyway, pretty much talking about Michael Saylor sold Bitcoin. Okay, now here's the fact. Again, we want to make sure that we are moving and making decisions based on facts and not people's opinions, and we're not being emotionally driven to make a money decision. Welcome in, Woody. Happy Friday. Okay, so the fact is, Strategy, the company, sold a portion of its Bitcoin holdings, a little over 3,000 Bitcoins, right? Now, this is where we do our prosperity pause that I talked about earlier for my people who are just joining, okay? The headline said, Strategy sold Bitcoin, or Michael Saylor sold Bitcoin. My bad. Michael Saylor sold Bitcoin. There are going to be some people, and there have been some people that was like, oh, man, this is more than likely a beginner thinking like this because they don't understand. Art Music, welcome in. Happy Friday. The average beginner, okay, as an investor, especially in the crypto space, is like, oh my God, they in panic mode. Oh, so they selling that Bitcoin. That means they don't believe in it. Bitcoin is about to crash. I need to sell my Bitcoin too, right? When you got your little $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. I'm not laughing like it's nothing because $1,000 in any asset for somebody is definitely a lot, right? But what I'm saying is, like, Why would you sell that small amount, right? When this person is holding billions. You know what I'm saying? Like, visionary, welcome in, happy Friday. Like, so this is why we gotta slow down. Okay. If you are a beginner, if you're a person that's new to investing in general or new to crypto investing, Apple, welcome in, happy Friday. Right? You gotta slow down. One of the first questions we should ask when we read a triggering headline, one of them wild headlines, right? Crypto G, I see you. Emrod, welcome in, happy Friday. Phoenix Rising, welcome in, happy Friday. I see you. KB, what's going on? Happy Friday. Okay, this is why we need to slow down and ask the question of, like, what actually happened? When I read that headline, Michael Saylor is selling his Bitcoin. What actually happened? Just vibing. Welcome in, happy Friday. What that means is, what actually happened is a company called Strategy, okay, sold some of its Bitcoin. That does not mean it sold all of its Bitcoin. A company called Strategy sold some of its Bitcoin, over 3,000 Bitcoins. That's it. That's all. They did not sell all. Murphy, welcome in. Thank you for that follow too. I appreciate you. Perfect. I see you. Okay, man, that went fast. Mariam, welcome in. Happy Friday. Wing, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you for continuing to like the live. Phoenix Rising battle. Let's go. I appreciate you. Y'all help Phoenix Rising out with tapping the screen, liking the live, reposting if you have not reposted yet, and then also sharing if you are comfortable with sharing and you are a return viewer here. If you are a return viewer, go ahead and share. Y'all already know the deal. If you need to get to know me a little bit better, I understand. You can always just repost, and this is telling the algorithm that, yep, hey, more people need to see this live stream. Greg, thank you for helping Phoenix Rising out with tapping the screen and liking the live. I appreciate you. Okay, so that's it. Now that we know, we looked at Jessica. Welcome in, happy Friday. Now we looked at, what actually happened. The next question we need to ask is why? Why did Strategy sell over 3,000 Bitcoins? Well, here's the thing. Some companies, y'all, are going to sell because they need cash for, other business needs, right? If you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, more than likely you have expenses, okay? More than likely you have expenses. As a matter of fact, for my people who are not entrepreneurs, if you don't have a side hustle yet, all right? If you are considering buying property, buying land, when you own that land and you see that the value of that land, Ernest, has gone up, well, one day you may be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna sell an acre of that land." Okay, you might say, "I'm gonna sell an acre of that land." Does that mean that because you're selling an acre of your land, that real estate is a bad investment? You're thinking real estate is a bad investment? Yes or no? If you decide the value of it has gone up, the land that you own, the value of it has gone up, and you decide to sell at least 1 acre of that land, does that automatically mean that you think real estate is a bad investment? Yes or no? In the chat. Nardi Boo, welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy 8th, my bad. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Does that mean that you think that real estate is a bad investment? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Y'all are quiet over here on both TikTok and YouTube. I'm going to just hurry up because I'm going to go ahead and get with my family. Y'all super quiet today. I got it. I'm tired, but I'm doing my best to muster up energy for y'all and still do what I said I'm going to do, is come on here on Friday. But you know what? Yes, since I ain't feeling it and y'all super quiet, I'm good. I'm going to just hurry up and then I'm about to be out, okay? I love y'all, but I can't. When I'm attempting to get energy, like, if I can't get it back, the energy I'm attempting to get, yeah. Thank you, Miss Universe. I appreciate you. Yeah. So no, that doesn't mean that, you think real estate is a bad investment. Okay. You probably need that money that you're going to sell that land for. You probably need that money to renovate your home, right? Or you probably need to pay taxes. Sometimes people are behind on their taxes. You may need to, get that money because you're like, I want to buy a whole different type of property. I want to go into commercial real estate, whatever it is. Okay. Whatever it is, businesses, y'all, make the same type of or make similar decisions. Thank you so very much for that, Harmony, Mr. James. I appreciate you. Ms. Universe, I see you. Glad to have you. Okay, glad to have you. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Since you are new, I will suggest that you click the link in my bio, grab that free crypto beginner checklist. It's going to help you to decide if right now financially is the time for you to invest in cryptocurrency. When you answer those questions honestly, okay, and you do those 5 steps, you should know if right now I should be investing or if I need to do a couple of things and then I can start investing. But I want you to make sure you go into this market safe and not go in here head first like some of us did and then get punched in the throat and then we mad. Okay? Some of us was mad, not at the market, at ourselves, because we didn't know, and we just jumped in head first, and we had to learn the hard way. Mr. James, I appreciate you. Duke, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay? So, like I said, businesses make similar decisions, right? Okay? They have to pay employees. They have bills to pay outside of paying their employees. They got debt obligations and taxes and operating expenses and all of these things. And sometimes these businesses are going to need to raise cash, not because they have lost confidence in, we're talking about Bitcoin as an example. It's not because they lost confidence in Bitcoin and they don't believe that Bitcoin is still going to go to the moon and still going to hit, or surpass 200K during the next bull run. No, it's because that is part of managing a business. So they have to sell in order to manage their business. Becky, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay. Now, does that mean that strategy sold for that reason I just mentioned? No. I'm saying no because, one, I'm not Michael Saylor. I'm not on his team. Okay. I'm not in the company at all in any capacity, so I cannot answer that. But what I see that it means is we shouldn't jump to conclusions before we understand the context. Okay? So as long-term investors, we need to ask another question. All right? So when we see these wild headlines, these crazy headlines, these triggering headlines to get you to trick you out your spot, to get you to sell your crypto, all right, either at a loss or to just get your crypto, because once you sell your crypto, guess what they're going to do? We're at a point where people with big money are either buying because they've been buying since Bitcoin dropped down to 59K, right? So they're still buying, and then they have their cutoff point on when they're going to stop buying, right? So when they tell you this stuff through these headlines, they're hoping that the person who doesn't know what they're doing is going to sell whatever asset they have. So that way, the people who are buying, guess what they can do? Swoop in, boom, take that crypto that you sold, take that Bitcoin that you sold and put that into their portfolio. So I'm waiting to buy more crypto. I think it would drop lower. I'm with you, Ms. Universe. Okay. So the first question I told y'all, when you read these triggering headlines, the first question you should ask yourself is what actually happened? Stick to the facts. Throw away the opinions. Stick to the facts, okay? I see you, D. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So stick to the facts. Chad, welcome in. Thank you for the follow, too. The second question we're going to ask is why? So this headline, why? Why was this a headline? Why are people talking about this? Why did this happen? If anything actually happened. The best invest said I can't look at my portfolio. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for the roses, though. I appreciate you. It's okay. Bruh, my dog. It's like that sometimes. That's how I was back in, what was that? During our bear market in 2022. Whoo, Jesus, y'all should have been in them group chats, child. Y'all should have been in them group chats. Listen, we was in there panicking. You hear me? We was like, how much lower is it gonna go? Jesus, my portfolio down 80%. We were in that thing panicking. The good thing is we had a really great community of people that was like, hey, listen, this is just part of the market cycle. So for us to have that happen, and that was our first bear market, we weathered the storm. And we were all happy that we stuck and stayed, and we didn't just go on some massive selling spree. We all stuck and stayed, and we bought at the lower prices. And now today, those same individuals have been looking at their portfolios, especially last year. They were looking at their portfolios like, yes, I'm so glad that I stayed in. Stayed in. Okay, so you're all right. You're all right. The best invest. I see you. All right. What do you mean? What are my thoughts on XRP? We're talking about making sure that we think better when it comes to reading certain headlines. So was there a specific headline that came out about XRP, Miss Universe? Because that's where we're at right now. Okay, that's where we're at. I'm saying that, not to be, like off-putting or anything, but I gotta stay on track, especially given that, like, y'all don't understand how tired my body is and mentally tired I am. So I'm really pushing through right now to make sure that I follow through on what I said, which is go live on Friday, because I said I was gonna go live on Friday. All right, so I need to stay on track. Okay, RD, welcome in. Happy Friday. So yeah, so pretty much like I said, businesses have to do these things. So when we as long-term investors are looking at these headlines, there's one more question that we need to ask. So I gave y'all the two. We talked about what actually happened, and then we did our why, right? Okay. Excuse me. The last question is that I personally would be like, okay, did this sale, okay, particularly talking about the Michael Saylor selling his Bitcoin, or Strategy selling some of their Bitcoin, right? Did the sale of that Bitcoin change Bitcoin itself? Meaning, okay, did the blockchain just magically stop working? No, right? All About Living, thank you so very much for sharing the live. Did Bitcoin suddenly lose its purpose in the crypto space? No. Okay. Right, I see you. All About Living. I appreciate you. Say the best investment. The best invest. Jeez. Said the banks fighting the Clarity Act is like the big telecoms fighting cell towers. I see you. I don't know what that is. The best invest. All right. I don't know what BMNR is. And that's how I like. I can tell when people are new here because y'all talk about stuff that, like, that's not my lane. I'm blue chip. I don't do much new cryptocurrency unless it's like something that's really standing out. Oh yeah, I'm good on that. You said it's like MSTR for so MicroStrategy for ETH. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but I'm good. Michael Griffin, welcome in. Carter's Mobile, welcome in. Yeah. Y'all, like I said, what's for you is for you. If it works for you, if you believe in it, run it. But that's not something for me. If anybody want to research that, by all means, y'all can check it out. I pinned it if y'all want to check it out, but that's not something for me. I have a specific strategy on how I invest in the cryptocurrency market and in the stock market. I'm very, very strict on that. Okay. And my portfolio is small. I don't need to hold a whole bunch of stuff. Like, how can you sit here and really invest if you have, you're holding 30 different cryptocurrencies? You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. My portfolio, I have either 7 or 8 cryptocurrencies. That's it. The max I will hold at one time is 12. That is it. I will not go above 12. Because how in the world can I sit here and be like, oh, I want to, if I have a goal of how many cryptocurrencies I want to hold for, like Bitcoin and, XRP and Ethereum and Chainlink and all of these things, right? How in the world can I sit here and say, I'm going to hold X amount of each one of these if I'm sitting here with 30 plus cryptocurrencies? And then there are meme coins, and then there's a whole bunch of small cap coins and stuff like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That doesn't make sense to me. Again, if that's your plan and that works for you, run it. But that does not work for me and my investing style. I'm the same way in the stock market. My portfolio is small for each one of those portfolios because I have a designated amount, a certain amount of money that I send to each one of my brokerages, stock brokerages. So it needs to, my portfolio needs to stay pretty small. So that way I'm hitting my share goal for each one of those things that I'm investing in within those portfolios. That makes sense? Okay. AP, welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you so very much, Miss Universe. So when people throw out certain cryptocurrencies, I'm like, is it in alignment with what I'm doing as an investor? If the answer is yes, I'll look into it and then see how I can integrate it. If the answer is no, all right, I appreciate you, but that's not for me. Okay. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, so like I was saying, y'all, the next question we're gonna ask, okay, is did the sale, particularly talking about that headline of Michael Saylor selling his Bitcoin? BB, welcome in, happy Friday. Did this sale change Bitcoin itself? The answer was no. Okay, now the sale may influence short term, okay, market sentiment, but it doesn't automatically change the long-term investment thesis. All right. This is why, as long-term investors, we need to investigate the reason behind a decision, okay, or those headlines instead of us reacting emotionally and getting tricked out our spot. Welcome in, Tony. Okay. So, moral of the story is always ask why. Why? I know we get annoyed sometimes when our kids are like, why, mommy, why, mommy, why, mommy, why, mommy, right? Or why, daddy, why, daddy, why, daddy, why, right? I understand. But at the end of the day, they need to know why to help them to make a decision on how they're going to move forward. And I'm a why person myself. So naturally for me, I'm going to be like, why this, why that, why this, why that? I want to know why. I've been scammed before. And listen, it's not something that's only, crypto related. No, you can get scammed in other markets, in other asset classes. Okay. But for me, I've been scammed in crypto. So of course I'm heavy on the why. Who else here has been scammed in the cryptocurrency market? Type me in the chat real quick. Let me see. If it's just me, Mark, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Right? Type me in the chat if you've been scammed in the cryptocurrency market. And the amount doesn't matter, y'all. Even if you only lost $100, the point is, if you lost some money in the crypto market because people was doing some illegal, unethical stuff, you know what I'm saying? They weren't doing what they said they were going to do with your money, and they took off with it. Black and knees. Okay, welcome in. Happy Friday. Then guess what? You were scammed. All right. I see you. Listen, at least it was only 2,000. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure for somebody out there, 2,000 is a whole lot. But y'all, there are people out here that are losing or have lost hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in a crypto space. Okay? So your loss, hopefully you learn from it, just like I learned from mine. Okay? Prayerfully you learn from it. And that's the reason why we have these conversations that we have. All right. We don't need anybody getting us tricking us out of our spot and taking our money. Okay. So this is why we need to take our time and ask why as well. It is sad. It is sad, BB. Folks are out here, they getting their money how they can. There's a book that I'm reading. Okay, and I told this to Sean during the crypto beginner workshop, right? But we're reading this book in my private community. It's called, matter of fact, why am I saying, look, this is it. The Black Titan. Y'all see it on YouTube? Let me turn it this way. Black Titan. Okay. For y'all on TikTok, Black Titan. All right. So this book, for my people who are currently entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, okay? This book is like, this should be your blueprint, to be told. In this book, we just went over chapter 6, and in a portion of chapter 6, he talked about how he has a whole way of how he does business. I'm gonna get back on track. He has a whole way on how he does business, right? And so his whole philosophy about being an entrepreneur is you find a need and you fill it. Period. If it is not a necessity in the community, you do not create a business for it. You do not go into business for a money grab. What I respect about the way that he did business, period, was his thought process was my name is all I got. I can have all this money, but if when you say my name, it's attached to negative, that means that my network is more than likely going to shrink, and I won't be able to do good business in the future. Unfortunately for us today, we see more people not living by that. Their name means nothing. And they are pretty much so focused on making money, they don't care who they burn in the process. And this is why it's important for us to pay attention, slow down, ask why, do our part before we make a decision when we talk about our money. Everybody got it. So I got it right now. Tonight, I'm talking about headlines, okay, for y'all on TikTok, because y'all see it, okay? I got it. I'm talking about headlines, but this applies, period. Tay, welcome in. Happy Friday. When you are considering investing, there are people out here that do not give a crap about their name being something positive attached to it. They don't care. They just want the bag. And if that means they got to step on your neck to get there, they're willing to do that so they can get to the bag, All right? This is why it's on us to take care of ourselves, because other people are not going to do it. So when I go live, y'all, we have these conversations to make sure that nobody's left behind, and you're less likely to get got out here in these crypto streets. You're less likely to get scammed while scrolling on TikTok. You're less likely to get scammed while you're on or watching YouTube and these ads are coming up and they're AI generated. These AI generated TikToks. You're less likely to get scammed because you're asking specific questions as an investor. Okay? So let's say, okay, so we're gonna play, we're not really playing a game, but we're going to I'm gonna give y'all an example of a headline, okay? Example of a headline. And I want you to tell me if it is fact, opinion, expectation, or rumor. So I want you to put the number 1 in the chat if when I say the headline, it is fact. Okay? That's a fact. That's what it is, Leona. Okay? Number 1 in the chat if it is a fact. Put the number 2 in the chat if it is an opinion, meaning someone thinks that, I feel like it's going to do X, Y, Z. Opinion, number 2. 3 in the chat if you believe that it is an expectation. People are expecting this to happen. Okay? And then 4 if it is a rumor. Okay? All right. So the first headline as an example. All right. Headline is, and I've actually heard this when I've been on different Twitter spaces. Bitcoin will hit $250,000. This year, 2026, Bitcoin will hit $250,000. 2026. Is that a fact? Number 1. Opinion. Number 2. Expectation. Number 3. 4. Rumor. Type it in the chat. Bitcoin will hit 250K in 2026. Is that a fact? Number 1. 2. Opinion. Okay. 3. Expectation. 4. Rumor. Let's see what y'all got. I see you, Dearest. Welcome in. I see you though with the 2. Miss Universe say 2. Opinion. Embracing Sean said 2. Y'all are right. That's an opinion. How in the world can that be a fact? None of us have a crystal ball. None of us are God, the Almighty God. Okay. Let me be very clear on what I say. The Almighty God. None of us are the Almighty God, and we don't have a crystal ball. So yeah, that's an opinion. All right. So second headline. Okay. The Federal Reserve. What was it? Oh, I thought there was somebody. The AI summary came up. I thought it was a comment for somebody. So next headline, example headline. Okay. The Federal Reserve held rates steady. The Federal Reserve held rates steady. Prior to July, the Federal Reserve held rates steady. 1, fact. 2, opinion. Put it in the chat. 3, expectation. 4, rumor. Type it in the chat. Brown Sugar Bay. What's going on? Welcome in, Brown Sugar. I see you. Happy Friday. M. Shabazz, welcome in. Rajiv, welcome in. Happy Friday. Again, the example headline, all right, is the Federal Reserve held rates steady prior to July 2026. Put the number 1 in the chat if it is a fact. 2 in the chat if it is an opinion. 3 in the chat if it is an expectation. And 4 in the chat if it is a rumor. I see you, Miss Universe, boy, you quick with it. That's what I'm talking about. Embracing Sean, I see you. Yes, y'all, that is a fact. Phoenix Brain, welcome in. I see you. Happy Friday. All right, last one, y'all. Last one. Headline: the market. Okay, nights like this. Nights like this. I wish that rain just would fall. My Gen Xers and my millennials, y'all know where that's from. All right. I know that's where you got that name from. Oh, shoot. Crane Tales, NYC, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. So see, y'all talking back to me. I'm getting a little bit of energy. I appreciate y'all. I'm getting a little energy. Keep talking back to me, okay? Keep tapping the screen. Keep talking back to me. I'm getting some energy. Okay, so last example headline. All right. The markets expect inflation to rise. Example, the market expects inflation to rise. Put the number 1 in the chat if it's a fact. Put the number 2 in the chat if it's an opinion. Put the number 3 in the chat if it's an expectation. Put the number 4 in the chat if it is a rumor. Again, the headline example is the market expects inflation to rise. 1 in the chat for fact. 2 in the chat for opinion. 3 in the chat for expectation. 4 in the chat for rumor. Rumors. All right, I see you. So Embracing Sean said 3, expectation. Nice like this, I wish. Said expectations as well. All right, y'all are correct. Expectation. It says that the market expects inflation to rise. All right, so that's it. So listen, that's just a little, little something in between. Okay. And then we're going to go into what we did on Tuesday, and then also what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks. So the people who've been here for the past couple of weeks, y'all are going to be able to do this probably faster than the next person. It's all good. I appreciate y'all, okay? For sure. As a matter of fact, as I do this, as I share this with the new people, y'all, can you go ahead and tap the screen on TikTok? Tap it up. Triple Black Diamond, welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you. Tap it up. Repost if you have not reposted yet. And then share if you're comfortable with sharing. You've been here before. You like what you're hearing. Go ahead and share with a few people. You can either do that power share by holding down the screen and then send it to 10 people real quick, whether they have a green bubble next to their name or not. It's all good. Share with 10 people or share with who you feel could use this information. And then also repost. And I appreciate y'all for continuing to talk to me. I appreciate y'all. And then on YouTube, if you have not given a thumbs up yet, go ahead and give it the thumbs up. If you have not shared this with anyone yet and you know someone could use this information and you're on YouTube, go ahead and share this with them as well. And then subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so yet as well, so you know when I'm going live. And if you are tuning in to YouTube on your phone, they have this hype option now. So you can hype the video within the first week of it posting, and then that does something. The algorithm sends out your video to more people. They have a whole hype section now on like your home screen and stuff. So you'll be able to see hype videos or whatever, the most hyped videos. So yeah, hype me up, hype me up. I appreciate y'all. And if you can't stay the whole time on TikTok, I am live on YouTube. All right. So for my people who have been here before, haven't been here before, shout out to all of y'all. All right. If you've been watching any of my live streams and you're thinking, okay, you know what? I'm starting to get the importance of thinking differently, as a long-term investor. All right, I'm getting there, but I'm still a bit nervous. Miss Universe, thank you for that, Harmony. I appreciate you. But I'm still a bit nervous, right, about actually buying crypto. Like, you're that person that needs your hand held. All right, you're that person that you need to see and actually talk through things. Thank you for those Go Pops, Miss Universe. I appreciate you. If you're that person, all right, I have something called the Crypto Beginner Workshop. We just had our workshop on the 11th, but you can get access to it on demand, okay, for $27. And in this workshop, you're going to be walked through step by step on choosing an exchange. I do comparisons of 5 different crypto exchanges, okay, from Coinbase to Robinhood to Cash App, y'all. Okay, like there are other ones in there, but there's a comparison, so that way it kind of helps you to decide like which one would be best for me and my investing style. I also do the live demonstration on how to purchase Bitcoin, specifically using Coinbase, because I've been using Coinbase. It's pretty user friendly. And I have my reasons for Coinbase. That doesn't mean that you have to use Coinbase. I'm just saying I use that as an example. Okay. And then also in there, we go through setting up go through moving your crypto to your private wallet. I also do a bit of a breakdown on these wallets, so that way you understand like the difference between a public and a private key. So if you're hearing these terms, you're like, Leona, what is all of these terms? Do I need to know them? Absolutely. If you're going to be investing in the cryptocurrency market, that means you should click that link in my bio on TikTok and click that link in the description box on YouTube and go ahead and get it. $27, y'all. That's less than a meal that you're going to pay for a family of 3 when you're going to, let's say, Chick-fil-A. Okay, Creative One, welcome in. Happy Friday. So the ultimate goal with that workshop and everything that I do is to help you to build confidence, so that way you can go out here and invest in any market, but specifically talking about cryptocurrency. You can go out here and invest, do your thing, and you're not sitting here fumbling, stumbling, afraid, and you're missing out because you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so like I said, y'all can click the link in my bio on TikTok, click the link in the description box, grab that workshop. Okay, go ahead and get access to that for $27. You'll have lifetime access, so you can learn according to your schedule, because I know some of us are busy, child. Downfall of a baby, that is a unique name. All right, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay, so since some of my battle buddies are here, y'all have heard this. Okay, if you are new and you plan on coming back, when you come back, you're gonna be my battle buddy. All right, battle buddies pretty much make sure that you do not get left behind. If you need to know something, more than likely we are going to share it here. Miss D, welcome in. Miss D will tell you. Okay, IJG will tell you. I see you, Krishan. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, they'll tell you. Sean on YouTube will tell you. Over here, we don't gatekeep. We want to make sure everybody had information, because there's more than enough money to circulate to all of our hands, into all of our wallets, into all of our bank accounts and portfolios. Okay, so as a battle buddy, we make sure to share when we know something that people may not know. All right. This is why I go live. I will not be claiming to be some expert in the crypto space. I am a student just like everybody else. I have only been serious about crypto for 6 years. So I'm not an expert. Okay. But I'm a student that is comfortable with sharing some of my mistakes, some of the things that I've done right, some of the things that I've done wrong. And hopefully in those things that I've done wrong, you don't do them. And then those things that I've done right, if they fit you, you do them and you get to where you want to go financially faster than I got to where I want to be. Okay. As it pertains to investing in cryptocurrency. All right. So let's talk about our 5 indicators. Let's talk about our 5 indicators. Does everyone here know what our 5 indicators are that we look at every single day now before we even talk about opening up any cryptocurrency charts? Does anyone remember Crypto Warp? I think that's what it said. Welcome in. Maria, welcome in. Sip, I see you. Welcome in. Anyone remember? Any of y'all have been here? Okay? Any of y'all been here? Or do I need to just pull it up? I'm just going to pull it up for y'all here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, let's do it. Oh, let's do it. There you go. All right, let me turn this around for y'all. Okay? For y'all on TikTok. Let me help y'all out. Okay. So this is what we do. Every day before we open up any Bitcoin charts, we look at the DXY first. Okay, we look at the US dollar index. We look at the US 10-year treasury. We look at NASDAQ, specifically QQQ. Then we look at NVIDIA and then Bitcoin ETF flows because I look at Bitcoin specifically. Everybody got it? Okay, so what we're about to do is we're going to go through each one of those steps. If you cannot stay the whole time, I'm going to ask y'all on TikTok, make sure that you come tune in on YouTube, okay? There's Prosperity Calls on YouTube, and you can watch the replay, all right? So let's go to the first one, and then we're going to walk through what each one means, okay? We're going to walk through what each one means. So let's go back here. And as I'm doing this, y'all, if you haven't shared or reposted yet on TikTok, feel free. This is the time to do so. Okay? If you have not been tapping the screen, this is the time to tap it up. All right, while I'm pulling this up. If you have not commented, just say, hey, Leona, what's up? You know, something, okay? Let me know you're in here. Type where you tuning in from. Put your city, put your state, put your country, okay? If you do not reside in the United States, put your country. All right, so that way I can see you. You know, and I can shout you out. Thank you, Mr. Wise Up. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. All right. So now I'm about to go to the DXY, y'all, US dollar index. We want to go to that because we want to see if the dollar is strong or weak. This is our first step. All right. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. I see you, Cincinnati. Let's go. Awesome. Welcome in from Cincinnati. All right. So y'all on YouTube should be able to see I'm on the DXY. So let me pull this up for y'all. This is the perfect time, TikTok. I'm about to start sharing my screen. So if you haven't shared yet and you know somebody, you got a battle buddy out there that's like, they need a system because they've been talking about what they doing ain't working for them. This is the time. This is the time. I see you, Saga City. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Talking about Sassar Major on this Friday, putting a little dribble on these folks' temple. Let's go. Boy, you be coming through with some of the sayings. I got a pin that one. I like that. I got a pin that. I like that. Diesel. Gone. Bruh. Get up and sit down, please. Come on. Get up and sit down, please. Okay. He don't want to listen. He don't want to listen. I know. Come on. Get up and sit down, please. All right, so everybody should be able to see my screen. We're on the DXY. We're using tradingview.com. Y'all should be able to see this here in the corner. I got to back up a little bit because it got a little fuzzy. Tradingview.com. This website is totally free. Okay. You can choose to pay or not. All right. You do not have to pay if you don't want to. All right. But it is free. And you can do all the stuff that I'm about to show you. You can do this for free on tradingview.com. So we type in the search box DXY. That is the US dollar index. We are on the day time frame. So each one of these pretty candles here represents 1 day of price moving either up or down. Okay, so green means it's going up, red means it's going down. As it pertains to the US dollar index, y'all, green means the dollar is getting stronger, red means the dollar is getting weaker. So now that we know that green means the dollar is getting stronger and red means the dollar is getting weaker, what do we see on this candle right here? Are we strong or weak as far as the US dollar go? Type it in the chat. Strong or weak? Based on what we know now, strong or weak? Is the US dollar strong or weak? Based on this candle that I am circling right now with my cursor. I see you, Kelly Ann. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Kelly Ann said strong. Mr. Wise Up said getting strong. That's right. Getting strong. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. That's right. We're getting strong, okay? I want you to write that down because there are 5 things that we're going to look at before we even open the Bitcoin chart. Okay? So write down. Biohazard, don't know you, dog. I don't even know what you're talking about. But you about to go to Block City. Okay? So anyway, yes, write down right now the US dollar, DXY, is strong at this moment. Got it? Good. All right. Next thing we're going to do, let me stop sharing. Okay? And then I got to share again because I got to go to a different one. You can't see on... Let me see. Maybe I have to remove some stuff. Let me try it again. Let me know. I'm attempting to share again on YouTube. And let me know if you can see it on YouTube. I'm on Market Watch. All right. Well, you said you could care less, then go ahead. Biz ounce. I'm about the biz ounce. Oh, shoot. Hey, these be funny, or these bots be funny on TikTok sometimes. All right, cool. But the piece from before wasn't on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But all right, so you can see Market Watch right now. That's good. That's good. Awesome. Okay, so yeah. So I had to delete the other one. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So now we're on Treasury yield. Let's go. Okay. So let's look at Treasury yield. So we know we have the dollar is strong, right? And then we're on marketwatch.com. Everybody see that? Marketwatch.com. And then this is the rest of it. All right. It's long, y'all. All right. But marketwatch.com. And then you can look at the 10-year Treasury. All right. So I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. So this was last updated today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So it hasn't been updated since then. I'm going to refresh just to make sure it's good. Yep, it still say 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So as of 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, the Treasury note was at 4.55%. I want you to keep this in mind because we're going to look at yesterday's to see if we are either up or down. Okay. So 4.55 for today. yesterday, what I'm going to do is we're going to go to historical quotes, click on that, and then we're going to go down to look at yesterday, which was July 16th. So July 16th right here. And we're going to scroll on over, Kellyanne. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. We're going to go scroll over to where it says close, the close column, okay? Yesterday, it was 4.559. So are we up or down on the treasury yield? Up or down? Yesterday was 4.559. Today is 4.550. Up or down? Freebird, what's going on? Happy Friday. That's another battle, buddy. Let's go. Gloria, welcome in. Happy Friday. Are we up or down with our treasury yield? Okay, yesterday was 4.559. Today is 4.550. I see you, Mr. Wise Up. Let's go. All right, awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay, I want y'all to take a note of that. So right now, as of today, the dollar is perceived to be strong because the candle is green. Price is higher than yesterday. And now today, the treasury yield is down compared to yesterday. Okay? Write it down. If you haven't written it down, I need you to write it down now. Dollar is strong. Number one, 10-year treasury is down. Got it? There's a reason for that for my people who have never, ever been here before. There's a reason for us doing that. All right. If y'all ready for the third thing, let me know in the chat. Put the word ready in the chat if y'all are ready for the third thing that we are going to look at, our third indicator. Yep, I see you. What's the third? Well, we're about to move on to the third one. If y'all ready, put the word ready in the chat. Thank y'all for continuing to tap the screen. Today has been a rough one. Boy, these numbers are super duper low. Jeez Louise. Y'all doing great on YouTube though. Compared to what is normally have. All right, I see you. So we're gonna go back. Hold up. Hey. Boy, messed up my brain. That's how my brain go. Diane's only. Thank you so very much for the roses. I appreciate you. Diane's only son. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. So for those of you that didn't see it on YouTube, this is what we saw for the US dollar index. Okay. This candle that I am circling right now, this is why we say it's strong. The dollar is strong because it's green. All right, so now we're going to move on to our next one is QQQ. We look at the NASDAQ. So why do we look at the NASDAQ? Because that is a tech ETF, right? And when we are looking at tech ETFs, what that tells us, Kat, welcome in. Thank you for the follow too. What it tells us is if people are investing into growth assets, pretty much is risk on or off. Okay, is risk on or off. And we look at the day time frame for each one of these because we want to see what is happening for today. Okay, so again, for my people who just joined, we're on tradingview.com. This website is free unless you just want to pay for it. Because you want to be all extra and all that good stuff, then pay for it, all right? You don't have to, though, if you don't want to. We're on QQQ, all right? QQQ. We want to see what the tech sector, what the investors are saying as it pertains to investing in riskier growth assets. So we're on the day time frame as well. For my people who just joined, if you don't know, the day time frame pretty much tells us that the price is moving either up or down for that day. Each one of these pretty candles represents 1 day of price moving up or down. Green means price is going up. Red means price is going down. Everybody got it? So we're going to look at the current day. All right, that is today right here. And Jesus, it went down, but people started buying back up today, okay? So that tells us that people are putting money into riskier assets in the technology sector. They are looking for growth assets as of today. Okay? So we're going to put number 3. QQQ equals risk on for today. Got it? Write down number 3. QQQ equals risk on for today. Does everyone have it? If you have it, let me know in the chat. Type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you see that. QQQ, risk is on because the candle is green for today. And then I'm going to ask y'all about NVIDIA next, okay? All right, I see you. I see you. All right. So we have 3 so far. We have the US dollar, okay? The US dollar appears to be strong. We went over that. Everybody looked at that. See, this is why if you pay for TradingView, you don't get the ads, but I don't really care because they don't really come up that often for me. So yeah. So number 1, the US dollar. I showed you guys. We all agreed that the dollar looks strong, okay? Number 2, we went over the US Treasury yield. We all agreed that it is down today compared to yesterday, okay? And then we're looking at QQQ right now. We have a green candle for today. So when the candles are green, that tells us risk is on. When the candles are red, that tells us risk is off when it comes to our institutional investors, our investors in general. Okay? So now we have QQQ written down. The next one, number 4. Freebird, thank you for the repost. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for continuing to tap the screen. Scott, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay, so now we're going to move to NVIDIA. NVIDIA, for my people who want to know, well, why are we looking at NVIDIA if we want to understand what's happening in the cryptocurrency market as far as the environment? What type of environment are we going to be walking into when it comes to cryptocurrency? Well, the money is being split between AI and cryptocurrency, right? So if people are still excited and wanting to invest in AI, NVIDIA is kind of like our barometer, okay? It helps us to identify if people are still believing in AI in general, all right? As of right now. So we're looking at NVIDIA. This is the ticker symbol on tradingview.com. And we're still on the day time frame, okay? So for my people who just joined, remember, green candles, these pretty candles here, green mean that price is going up. So people are still believing in AI, okay? If the candle is red, that means that at the moment for this day, people are kind of reducing their positions and exposure to AI. So they're probably not as excited, okay? Doesn't mean that the AI bubble has popped, y'all. So don't go out here panicking and stuff. Freebird, thank you for the heart me. Don't go out here panicking and whatnot, all right? It just means that for that day, short term, people are saying, you know what? We're not really feeling it today, okay? All right, Mitha, that is not what we're talking about. I don't know why you are talking about a funded account. We're not even talking about trading. We're talking about investing, okay? And you don't do funded accounts when you're investing. So that is Traders Conversations, and that is not what I'm talking about. You can follow Blockchain, Bullhorn. You go to Bullish Babe. Those people on TikTok talk about crypto trading. Shout out to them. Go check them out, okay? All right, so now we know that we're going to go to the current candle. All right, current candle that is at the close of the stock market for today. We see that NVIDIA, it has a little bitty green body. Okay, so for my people who were here last week, what does this candle represent to us? Anybody know what this candle represents to us? Type it in the chat. Anybody know what this type of candle represents to us? Luis, welcome in. Happy Friday. Anybody know what this type of candle represents to us? What does it mean? Because that's going to help us with identifying the type of environment we're walking into. Wake up. I see you. Happy Friday, John. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Do y'all know? If you don't know, just say I don't know. Type IDK in the chat. What the VIP? I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. If you don't know, you can type IDK in the chat so I know that you don't know. C. Lloyd, welcome in. Happy Friday. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you so very much. All right, so for my people who do not know, okay, and you feel like you don't want to say it because you might be embarrassed, it's all good. Miss Universe answer for y'all, all right? Because she ain't embarrassed. She ain't too proud to ask a question, all right? So what this candle represents is a bit of indecision. The market has not made a clear decision on if it wants to go up or down. This is why this body is so small, because the open and close for that day is in the same area. Example, the NVIDIA probably opened at, as a matter of fact, it has it up here. Hold on. It says NVIDIA opened today at $202.64. It closed today at $202.81. So it pretty much opened and closed in the same area at the same price. Okay, it's just a few cents off. Everybody got it. So when we see a small body candle like that, okay, when we see a small body candle like that, that tells us the market has not decided if it wants to go up or down. Okay, buyers and sellers were battling today. So as it pertains to what we're looking for as far as information on AI, this tells us there's a bit of indecision on the excitement behind AI today. That doesn't mean that the AI bubble has popped. All it means is there's a bit of indecision about people being hyped about AI today. That's it. That's all. Okay? Everybody got it. So, because the candle is green, you can still say, I would actually say, I wouldn't even say it's up or down. I would just say it's yellow. Like it's indecision. Okay? So this is mixed signals for me. Got it? I don't know. Everybody got that? If y'all got it, let me know. Type yeah in the chat if you got it. Type yeah in the chat if you got it. You're welcome, Anthony. Type yeah in the chat if you got it. If you need me to explain it again, let me know. If you need me to explain what this candle represents to us, what it means to us, because we're investing. We're not talking about trading. For my people who coming on here talking about trading, just because I show a chart does not mean that I'm talking about trading. As investors, we look at charts too when we're investing. Okay? This is not solely for traders. All right, cool. So now we've looked at NVIDIA. Okay? Our last thing that we're going to look at is the Bitcoin ETF flows. Why do we want to look at the Bitcoin ETF flows? I see you, Sean. I'm sorry. I couldn't see your comment while I was sharing live. Okay, but she said, yep, it's a tug of war. That's what it is. Okay, so why do we want to look at the Bitcoin ETF flows? Well, we want to see what type of environment we're walking into. If we see positive inflows, money is flowing into these Bitcoin ETFs, that means people are buying Bitcoin. Okay, so that's good for us. All right, if it's negative for today, all right, I see you, Miss Gigi. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going over the 5 indicators, and then we'll look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to be out. Okay. I told y'all I'm not going to give y'all any more homework for this week because y'all already got your homework on Tuesday. All right. So we want to look at the Bitcoin ETF flows to make sure, that we see if the investors, institutional investors, are putting money into Bitcoin, or if they're reducing their positions. Okay, if they're reducing their positions. So Let's share. Y'all should be able to see. Thank y'all for continuing to tap the screen. If you haven't reposted yet, y'all, you can always repost. That's not you sharing directly to anyone. That's just telling the TikTok algorithm that they should send this out to other people on the FYP, okay? More people should see this, all right? And if you are comfortable with sharing and you haven't shared yet, go ahead and share like Miss Gigi is doing right now. She's reposting and sharing. Armand, thank you for the repost too. All right, continue to share and repost and then tap the screen, y'all, because that is liking the live. It's telling the TikTok algorithm, hey, you need to send this out to the FYP. Okay, so we are on CoinGlass. Hold on, my bad. I'm trying to move this out the way. We're on CoinGlass.com, y'all. CoinGlass.com/ETF/Bitcoin because we are going to look at Bitcoin ETF flows. Everybody got that? CoinGlass.com/ETF/Bitcoin. That is the website. There are others. I used to look at BitBo, but BitBo has gotten really I wouldn't say stagnant, but they haven't been updating it as fast as CoinGlass has been doing as of late. So that's why I don't really look at BitBo as often as I do CoinGlass now. So normally what I do is something not right. Something not right. They normally have it updated by now. That's weird. Because see, today is the 17th, but it says 0. It says 0. That's weird. Because that means we can only just go off of yesterday. I'm going to look at, give me a second, y'all. I'm going to come back to this one. I'm going to go to BitBo and see if BitBo is updated. And then y'all can see the website for that too. So this is it. It says bitbo.io/treasuries/ETF flows. And I am on Bitcoin ETF net daily inflows and outflows. Everybody see that? Okay. So let's scroll down here. Yeah, they only have yesterday. See what I'm saying? Like they only have yesterday. So, okay, both of them only have yesterday. They don't have today updated yet. So yesterday was positive on BitBo as well. What I used to love about BitBo is you can see for each one of the ETFs how the flows were for that day. Okay, positive or negative, right? So yesterday was positive. We don't have the update for today, so we have to go off of yesterday. So we'll put down for Bitcoin ETF flows. If it is green, that is good for us. That means it's positive. If it is red, that means it is bad for us because that's negative. People are selling their Bitcoin. They are reducing their exposure to Bitcoin on that day. Everybody got it? So if we know that it is green yesterday because it hasn't been updated today, what does that mean? Positive or negative? Type it in the chat. For Bitcoin ETF flows, if it is green, is that positive or negative? Type it in the chat. Positive or negative? Positive or negative? Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Positive or negative? Type it in the chat. Come on. Bye. See you. Schmack. What's going on? Happy Friday. Positive or negative? Type it in the chat. Embracing Sean said positive. I see you. Let's go, Sean. Okay, yes, y'all. Green means positive. So let's go through the 5. One more again for my people who missed it. Okay. 5 things that we look at before we open up the Bitcoin chart, which is coming up next. Okay. That's right, Miss Gigi. Positive. So we went to the US dollar index. That was the first thing we went to today. That was showing us strong. The dollar was showing as strong for today. Okay. So we should have DXY strong. Number 1. Number 2, we went to the US 10-year treasury. Okay. That showed us that it was down compared to yesterday. So we should have next to US 10-year treasury, okay, down. So that tells us that the dollar is not as, or our money is not as expensive. You may be able to borrow a little bit more than you were yesterday. Okay? Money is not as expensive. You may be able to borrow a little bit more than you would have been able to borrow yesterday. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, we went over the NASDAQ/QQQ. Okay? And that showed us that the NASDAQ was, was it? Oh, it was green. It was green. So it was bouncing back. So risk is on for today. So next to QQQ, you want to put equals risk on. That's the third thing. My bad. Third thing. Fourth thing was NVIDIA. Y'all, that was indecision. We saw it clear as day. The market couldn't make heads or tails of it. They ain't want to go up. They ain't want to go down. So when it pertains to AI, we're at a standstill. All right. So for me, I'm not gonna say risk that we're either excited or not excited. We're just indecisive. Okay. So for me, that's like a mixed signal. All right. All right. And then number 5, I just showed y'all yesterday, since today is not updated yet on either of the websites for the Bitcoin ETF flows, we noticed that yesterday was positive. That is good. So write down Bitcoin ETF flows positive. So if you have all 5 of those either written down or memorized, put the number 5 in the chat so I can move on to opening up the Bitcoin or doing the traffic light method. Put the number 5 in the chat if you now have all 5 things that we look at before we open up a Bitcoin chart. Shakir, welcome in. Happy Friday. Jeffrey, welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you, Miss Gigi. Okay. All right. See, when I'm sitting here, I'm providing a system that works so that we know what we're walking into. Steve-O, welcome in. Happy Friday. Folks don't want it. Folks want the quick bag. Folks want to talk about trading and risking their money and then messing around losing thousands of dollars, but they haven't even shown and proved yet that they can even invest money and turn a profit year after year. As an investor, C-Touch, K-Dot, welcome in. Happy Friday. Star, I see you. Pepe, Nixon, I think that's what it say. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So for those of y'all that are here, that means that y'all want to become better investors and you're not being distracted by this short-term bag that can potentially cost you thousands of dollars when you don't know what the heck you're doing. Okay? Just because somebody has a strategy that works for them as a trader does not mean, number 1, they can teach you how to trade like they trade. And 2, you may not be mentally, emotionally ready, okay, let alone financially ready to do what they're doing as a trader. So those of y'all that are still here, shout out to y'all because y'all want to show and prove that, hey, listen, my money can work for me while I'm asleep. Year after year, I'm seeing double digits at a bare minimum return on my investments, not trading. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to talk about that traffic light method. Okay, traffic light method. Let me show this to y'all on TikTok. The future, welcome in. Happy Friday. So before we open up a Bitcoin chart, what we want to do is identify what type of environment we're walking into based on those 5 indicators we just went over. Okay, so in order for us to identify if it is green, I'm going to give y'all an example of what a green high confidence environment looks like. Okay, green means that the US dollar excuse me, US dollar is weak. The 10-year treasury yield is down. NVIDIA, QQQ are both up, as well as we are positive with our ETF flows. Everybody got it? One more again for the people who just joined. When we are looking at a high confidence environment, meaning it's possible that risk is on, people are buying into cryptocurrency, right? Charity. Okay. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So green means that the environment is reasonable. People are buying into growth assets, riskier assets, technology. Hence, we're talking about cryptocurrency, okay? So, example, dollar is down. The treasury is down. US 10-year treasury is down. NASDAQ is up. NVIDIA is up. And we have positive flows with our Bitcoin ETFs. All right, everybody got the green. If you got green, give me a green heart, a green circle. Type green in the chat. If everybody understand what green looks like for us as far as the environment before we open up a Bitcoin chart. Miss Gigi got me. All right, cool. I see you. That's what's up. All right, so I'm gonna keep it moving. If y'all need me to repeat, I need you to type in the word repeat. If you don't type in the word repeat, I'm gonna move on to yellow. If anybody needs me to repeat it, type the word repeat. If not, I'm gonna move on to yellow. Giving y'all a second. Seconds up, because Lord be literal. So let me go ahead. She'll be like, Mommy, you said a second. Your second is up. All right, so yellow, we're talking about our traffic light method to help us identify what type of environment we're walking into so we can make better money decisions as a crypto investor, okay? Yellow means mixed signals. It's all over the place, okay? We have conflicting signals, so we should be aware of what's happening, and we can choose to just sit on our hands, like Bear Market Bully would say, okay, if he was here, and then come back and look at the market later, okay? Because we've done that before. We've looked at it early in the day, and things were conflicting, and then we came back by the end of the day, and everything was in line, and it was a green environment, okay? So, example of yellow, you have the dollar is up, the the treasury yield is down. You have NASDAQ is negative. You have NVIDIA is up, and then you have positive flows, right? When it comes to our Bitcoin ETF, okay? That's mixed signals because nothing is not going in the direction of either our high confidence environment or that red, which is what we're about to go over next, okay? So yellow is when it's all over the place. If it's not either clearly green or red, more than likely, y'all, it's yellow, okay? So you can choose to just say, you know what, I'm going to push pause. I'll come back later, okay? That's yellow. Thank you for sharing the live, Charity and Miss Gigi. I appreciate y'all. All right. So now red. Red. This is where we proceed with caution. More than likely, we're not going to do anything. Okay. We're not going to do anything because the risk is a bit higher. Red means when it comes to the DXY, the dollar is strong. When it comes to the treasury yield, treasury is up. So that means borrowing is going to be a bit more expensive. Okay. So treasury yield is up. The NASDAQ is down. NVIDIA is down. And then we have negative flows. Negative flows for our Bitcoin ETF. Everybody got red. If you have red, give me the red heart, a red circle, or type the word red in the chat. If you need me to repeat, type repeat in the chat. If you have red and you understand what a caution environment looks like, based on those 5 indicators I went over, put red in the chat. Red heart, red circle, or the word red. If you need me to repeat, type the word repeat, okay, in the chat. I'm going to give y'all a second. So if not, we're going to go on to my question. Risky M, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, I see the red hearts. So now that we know green, yellow, and red, what they mean, what they look like with our 5 indicators, based on what we know, y'all, the environment, is it green today, yellow today, or red today? Type it in the chat. Our environment for today, our investing environment for today, is it green, is it yellow, or is it red today? Type it in the chat. Remember, the dollar was up, it's strong. Treasury was down. QQQ was up, which is on for today. And then we had NVIDIA was indecisive, so mixed signal for that. And then we had positive flows. Diane's only son, welcome back. Miss Universe done already put it in there. Let's go. Anybody else have anything to say? Do y'all agree with Miss Universe or disagree? Are we green today, yellow today, or red today for our environment? There we go. I see you. I see you. So y'all are absolutely correct. All right, Miss Universe and Miss Gigi, y'all are correct. It is yellow. It is yellow. Yes, y'all, it's yellow. Mixed signals. The reason it's yellow is because, remember, the dollar was up, but the treasury yield was down. Both of them need to be going in the same direction. So if it's going to be green, both of them need to be down. If it's red, both of them need to be up, right? Then we had NVIDIA and QQQ. They were different. NVIDIA was showing us indecision, whereas QQQ was positive for today. That's mixed, even with those two. Okay, so we are looking at a mixed signals environment. So that means don't do anything today. Don't make any rash decisions today. You might want to just pause and come back and look tomorrow. Okay, especially since the stock market is closed. Just come back tomorrow, child. It ain't going anywhere. All right. What that tells us, though, okay, now that we know the market is sending mixed signals, what do you think Bitcoin is going to look like? What do you think the Bitcoin chart is going to look like? Do you think the Bitcoin chart is going to be like price is just going to be shooting up? Do you think price is going to be shooting down? Or do you think price is going to move sideways? Type it in the chat. Before we open up a Bitcoin chart, don't be cheating either, y'all. All right. Do you think Bitcoin is going to shoot up when we open up this chart? Do you think Bitcoin has been shooting down today? Or do you think it's been moving sideways? Type it in the chat. Up, down, or sideways. Type it in the chat. Sean put on YouTube sideways. I'm with Sean. Anybody say anything different? Do y'all agree with Sean or disagree? Charity said sideways too, dog. Sideways too, Miss Universe. Let's go. All right, so we all on the same page. It's not just Leona said it. Miss Gigi says she agreed. All right, so it's not just Leona said it. So let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop sharing. All right, so oops, why I can't take it off? Remove. There we go. All right, so we're about to go look at Bitcoin and see if it is indeed moving sideways, okay? Now, here's the thing, y'all. If it's not moving sideways, don't spaz out, okay? Don't spaz out because nothing is 100%, okay? But if it is moving sideways, shout out to you, okay? If it is moving sideways, shout out to you. We're on BTC USD. TradingView.com again, y'all. Totally free website. We're on the day time frame. Okay, that means these pretty candles here represents price moving up green for that day or red down for that day. Okay, for my people who just joined, green means price is going up for the day. Red means price is going down for the day because we're on the 1 day time frame for Bitcoin. Okay, all right, let's go see. Let's go see. We still in the same area we was at last week. So yeah, y'all, sideways. We still going. Look, yesterday's candle was at what that doji candle. What does this candle mean? Type it in the chat. We talked about it earlier. We saw it with NVIDIA. What does this candle mean? Type it in the chat. This one I'm circling right here with this little bitty body. Itty bitty. There you go, Miss Gigi. Come on, Miss Gigi. Let me pin Miss Gigi for the day. Let's go, Miss Gigi. Yes, it's indecision in the market. So the market has not made a decision on if it wants to go up or down. People don't know if they want to be risk on or risk off. Do they want to take a chance? Go on, honey. Take a chance with Bitcoin. They don't know what they want to do. Okay? So that's what that means. So you all were correct. We still moving sideways, y'all. We haven't went anywhere. We looked at this on Wednesday. So Tuesday, this is where we were, and then I put a line here because I wanted to see if Bitcoin was gonna keep going, right? If it was gonna stay below. I believe I put that. No, I put that back in May. Yeah. Yep. So this is turned into resistance. This area that I had identified back in May, child. Okay. It's still here. Bitcoin is just still playing around here. It's a bit of resistance. All right. So y'all answered it. Barb, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. Does anyone have any questions on what we went over today? Talking about the headlines and not getting tricked out of your spot, because they do be putting out some type of headlines that's a bit triggering. All right. Clarity Act is still, in the works. We got a couple of Dems out there in the Senate that's like, it's corrupt. You shouldn't be going. Listen, there's too many problems with this bill. Okay. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm just saying it to be funny. All right. The way that I'm saying it is to be funny. Stephanie, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Mom, Bad Arse. Mom, welcome in. Baby Crypto, what's going on? Happy Friday. Okay. So we talked about that. We talked about making sure that we ask a few questions. When we read these headlines, it's pretty wild. It's pretty triggering to us. Okay. We need to ask questions like, why? Of course, like, why did this happen? Why is this a headline? Is this a fact or is this an opinion? Because we don't want to get tricked out of our spot. We know that the news does not speak to us as retail investors, okay? For and towards our best interest anyway. So if we know that, we need to take what is put out in these news outlets with a grain of salt. We need to search for the facts, okay? We need to see if whatever the headline is, did it actually impact the market and how, okay? Did it impact that specific cryptocurrency that you are looking to invest in? If it did, how? If it didn't, okay, cool. Was this information a fact? Was this information that was provided in a headline and article? Was it an opinion? Was it expectation? Or was it just flat out rumors? Which we have a lot of those going on. Okay? Yes, indeed. All right. And then after we do all of that, we read the headline, we break it down, we understand what's going on, what actually happened. We ask the question why, and all of these things. Now we go through our investor dashboard that I just showed y'all, those 5 things. We look at the US dollar index. We want to know if the dollar is strong or weak. We look at the 10-year treasury yield because we want to see if money is more expensive. Does it cost more for us to borrow today or less to borrow today? We want to see if people are investing in growth assets. That's why we look at NASDAQ, Bitcoin, our cryptocurrencies, your XRP, your Ethereum, Solanas, and things of that nature. That's technology. That's part of the technology sector. NASDAQ, okay, specifically QQQ, the ETF is technology led, right? So we want to see if people are investing in technology, these growth assets. If they are, that tells us risk is on. We are in a riskier environment today, right? Then the 4th one is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is like our barometer for AI. It tells us, or it gives us an idea if people are still super excited about AI, things are going according to plan, people are putting their money behind it, or if today they pushing pause or they are reducing their exposure today, meaning selling positions. Got it? Doesn't mean the AI bubble has popped. It just means that today and today only, people are saying, hold up, wait a minute, swole up, let me go ahead and reduce my exposure to it, okay? And then the last one, Bitcoin ETF flows, because we want to see if institutions are buying into Bitcoin or selling their Bitcoin. Those are our 5 things. Then we went over the traffic signals, okay? So that way, that traffic light method, so that way we know what type of environment, or at least have an idea, Willie, of what type of environment we're walking into before we open up any crypto chart, be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, whatever it may be. All right. So hopefully you all that were new here, you learned something. Okay, if you learned something, let me know what you learned. If you enjoyed this live stream, let me know you enjoyed this live stream. If you like the way that I teach, say, I love the way that you teach. Okay, you can type that in the chat too. If the way that I teach is according to your learning style and you learn very well when you come here to this live stream, let me know so that way I know to keep doing what I'm doing. Because if I don't get enough people to say, yeah, what you're doing makes sense to me, then guess what? That means I need to switch something up, huh? That means I need to switch something up, huh, Tracy? Okay, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. So tonight we learned the headlines are everywhere. We know that they could be triggering. We know they could be wild. And they trying to trick us out our spot, take our money. Okay. Thank you so very much, Miss Universe. Thank you very much. Don't let this be your last time, though. Okay. Come on back now. Come on back now. You hear? Come on back now. You hear? That's that country come out. Miss Gigi say, yes, I love the way you teach because I understand. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Gigi. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's what's up. I love it. Okay. So for sure, tonight we learned a little bit. All right. I look forward to seeing you. I'll be back live on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. for my West Coast folks. Okay. We talked about the headlines, but we also pretty much identified that wisdom comes from us slowing down long enough to separate the facts from opinions. Okay. Thank you, Freebird. I appreciate you. I know that's why you come back. Freebird is my battle buddy, just like Miss Gigi, Charity, Sean. Phoenix Rising on TikTok. Yep, y'all my battle buddies. Okay. Kat, welcome back. Mr. Slippers, I see you. Happy Friday. So, yeah. So, that's what the prosperity pause is all about, which is what I talked about earlier. And then on Tuesday, okay, we're going to answer one of the biggest questions in investing, and that is what actually moves Bitcoin. So, is it the news? Is it the financial institutions, right? Is it interest rates? What is it that moves Bitcoin? We're going to pretty much work on connecting the dots and continue building the mindset of a long-term investor, okay? Hey, what's going on, Liz? It's been a minute. What is up, Vasquez? Boy, where you been? That man been working. Uh-huh. I got work to do. He been working. So for my people who are new or were new, y'all go ahead and grab that free crypto beginner checklist in my bio on TikTok. All right. It's going to answer some questions to help you to decide if right now financially it makes sense for you to invest, or if you need to make some adjustments first and then start investing. If you already past that point and you know that you want to invest, but you need a little hand holding, okay? You need a little hand holding. Then you can get access to the crypto beginner workshop by clicking the link in my bio and also in the YouTube description box, okay? You'll get access to that for a lifetime. Once you pay, it's $27, y'all. That's it. That's all. And you get it forever. Forever, ever. Yes, forever. So I've been reading so many amazing things about HBAR. Any thoughts? I haven't really done any more research on HBAR. It's been quite some time, truth be told. But I still hold it. As of right now, I still hold it. I'm not getting rid of it unless something just comes across and I'm like, oh, shoot, hold up. But right now, nope, I'm just keeping it. But I haven't done any additional research in quite some time, truth be told. Okay, so that's it, y'all. All right, so Tuesday, I'll be back at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We're going to take this a step further, put everything together. I appreciate y'all for the taps, for the thumbs up on YouTube, for the shares, the reposts, the comments, all that good stuff. Hopefully, y'all have a great night, great weekend. God willing, we'll see each other on Tuesday, okay? I'm going to leave y'all my favorite quote, and that's from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he said to start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Y'all have a great night.